Mr. Chairman, all the members of the CGS team, the clerks of the two chambers, both Senate and House of Rep. Good afternoon. I apologize that we are starting very late, particularly to our invited guests, the CJ and the members of his team from the fire service, because I think we gave you 3 o'clock. But we have several committee meetings, and I understand many of our colleagues are committed to one committee meeting or the other. I myself, I had to attend the Senate public hearing, which was presided over by the Senate President himself. And there will be huge penalty on any one of us who fail to turn up. I can fail to attend other committees, not the one being presided over by the boss of the National Assembly, the Senate. So I had to go there along with some of our colleagues. And so I apologize because we gave you the time and you were here. I know you wanted us to chat before coming here as based on normal courtesy protocol, but I was already late. I've tried to delay a little bit so that we can wait for the arrival of the co-chairman, who is the chair of the House Committee on Interior. But we work together in the same spirit, and I believe he's here. He's very well ably represented by a number of members of the House of Representatives, and I'm sure he will understand why we will have to start before his arrival. I tried to buy time, but I can't buy much more than we have done. That is why I wanted more introduction, etc. Today's business for me is a straightforward one. As you are aware, CJ, Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the only Asiwaju that I know on record, Asiwaju of the universe, who cannot be personated while I'm seated, he presented the budget estimate for 2025 to the National Assembly. And in line with the tradition, the various committees have to sit with the relevant ministries and agencies to dissect the budget, to review how the budget for 1994 performed or did not perform, to set a basis for us to appreciate the basis for the proposed allocation, budgetary provision for 2025. The whole idea, and that is why it is an open session, is to enable everyone to understand the detailed provisions of the budget, how we fared in 2024, and our hope and aspirations for 2025. I know that the budget is generally in 2 parts. You have the recurrent segment and you have the capital segment, both for 2024 and the estimate for 2025. So, fortunately, CJ, you were around with the Honorable Minister yesterday, who is the Supervisory Minister of your agency, and you saw how the procedures were managed. I think you were also present during the defense by the board, which is also your supervisory board. Therefore, I'm sure you and your colleague are familiar with the basic approach. So I will request of you to kindly give us an overview of your 2024 budget, how it was spent, if there were challenges, what those challenges are, and we will spend a few minutes and allow members of the committee, whether from the Senate and the House of Rep, to ask or raise any observation they may have or ask any question, believing that you provide answers, and thereafter we will go to 2025 estimate, which is the main business of the day. But we can't talk about 2025 without appreciating or have a brief review of 2024 to lay foundation for 2025 budget estimate. So, Mr. CGA, you are very welcome. Again, my apology for keeping you waiting. But thank God while you are here, there have been no fire incident that has been reported. So, prayerfully, your absence from your office has not done any damage to your work. But let me, on the outset, if he comes back, he will say by himself. A Senator Babangida shared with me his experience a few weeks back, about 2 weeks ago. His house was on fire, and he told me that your men and women, the fire service, properly intervened, and you saved his house from total destruction. And he expressed joy that he got value from your services. And in his words, he said to me, if somebody has a property of 100 or 200 or even 1 billion naira, to spend 100,000 just to ensure that your fire related thing will be a small thing, but you don't know it until your house or your property or someone's property is on fire. So on his behalf, and on behalf of all of us who are his colleagues and friends, I want to thank you for your prompt intervention. We saved him a lot. He shared that with me, and I thought I should share it with you. When we are critical for non-performance, we should also comment when we see something that is good. So I wanted to be on record that we appreciate your intervention that saved his property. He still lost some, but it could have been worse. So thank you very much. On that note, I invite you to please take us through 2024. And once we are done with that, then we go to 2025. We'll try to be as fast as we can so that all of us can free ourselves to go and attend to some other committees. I left here 8 p.m. yesterday, by the way. I'm sure I wasn't the only one. We just like to find our way out of the building. So I hope today we can save ourselves some time. You are welcome. Let me say, normally, you are the CJ, I fully understand that, but if there is any of your member you wish to delegate to speak to any particular matter, you are at liberty to do so.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
You cannot start until the chairman, my co-chair, is seated. And they've also introduced themselves, so it's just about to start when you enter, so you were just on point.
Thank you very much, my chairman, distinguished senators, my honorable colleagues, CG Fire Service and Co. My name is Abdullahi Aliyu Ahmed, the Juman Katsina, member representing the good people of Musa Matazu and chairman on this standing committee. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Again, you are welcome. CJ, you have the floor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, co-chairman. I want to start with executive summary presentation of 2023-24 budget performance and 2025 budget defense to the Joint Committee on Interior Distinguished Chairman, sir. It is with great delight that I present the Federal Fire Service 2025 budget proposal and 2023-2024 budget performance. My joy comes from the strong support our service has enjoyed from the National Assembly over the years. and particularly the solidarity I have benefited since my assumption of duty as the CG to steer the ship of the Federal Fire Service. Having said that, sir, I want to go into 2023-2024 budgets, capital budget performance reports. Mr. Chairman, sir. Mr. Chairman, sir, page 1 of shows the 2023 budget.
Capital budget.
This is capital allocation for 2023. Approve appropriation for 2023 capital allocation is 2,373,377,730 naira.
CJ,
Sir.
just to help you, I think the benefit of having the document is that we can go through,
Okay, sir.
because some of us are using additional reinforcement to see by wearing glasses. I think most of the senators are sight disabled, so we are wearing glasses, so we can read. I think it will be faster for you and for us. So colleagues, National Assembly, guided by our leaders, decided to extend the lifespan of the budget of the capital component to June 2025.
Thank you very much,
So
sir.
that is why you can say yet to be released. My prayer is that by June you should have gotten all the releases and execute the project for which they were appropriated.
Thank you so
And
much.
through our oversight function, we'll be able to verify how you use the money. So, yeah, I can see here, but we didn't put the year.
Is- no, the amount appropriated for 2024 capital projects.
There's 7.7 billion, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And you say not yet to be released.
Yes, sir.
That's fine. So it's self-explanatory. You have not gotten nothing.
Yes, sir.
But at least you put not, you say yet to be released. That is very good. When you say not released, it means you have no hope anymore.
There is hope, sir.
And I think the National Assembly, we gave you, we restored your hope.
Thank
We
you, sir.
renewed your hope in line with the. But while members are reading, I observed the first bullet point, which is the year's order review, a total number of 58 brand new state-of-the-art ultra-modern firefighting trucks have been delivered and deployed across the Federation. When you say order the years, which year? Because if your allocation was not released, how did you secure money?
Page 2.
Page
one.
2. Page 2. That is the scorecard so far for 2023 and 2024 achievements made by Federal Fire Service.
Page what?
Page 2, paragraph 3, sir.
Page 2.
Where there is 2023 to 2024 scorecard.
Ah, okay.
This one.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
I mean, I invite members to just look at.
date. And that is why we have about 8. So, what will let us go to the picture of the past, I discovered
self-help to try to make sense out of these figures. We adopt your 2,500 and you train these people for a period of 6 months at a rate of 10,000 naira per month. And so we divide 10,000 times 30 days. Please help us again. I warn you that the reward for hard work is more work. So per day, 300,000 per day. Are you sure that this is what you spend to feed a trainee?
It is not going to be enough. The reason, this is the envelope that was given. And that's what we do.
No, what it means is that you are not going to carry out this exercise.
Yes. No, we are going to. We are going to do.
How do you do it? What is the miracle?
That is what we do at times is we may divide the trainees into segments. While we give some the induction training, some will go for their actual training in the training school. So by the time
what induction at where? What is the difference?
At our command headquarters, at our command various commands, because of the fact that we don't have enough fund for us to be able to train all of them at once. So we will pick a certain number at different cadres, maybe superintendent, inspector, and assistant cadre. So that is it is not peculiar to fire service alone because of the lack of the fund. So at the end of so while we do that, some other set of trainees will now be undergoing training in our command, each command headquarters in the states. By the time we finish those ones, by the assistance of the National Assembly, yes sir.
Let me understand. Those trained at your training school. This is the point I was making, that the National Assembly is a multidisciplinary team. Every profession is here. So when people come, they just think that we are, based on what they read in the paper, we just come to sleep or fight. So thank you for your help. You've said it all. But what makes your answer more problematic is that if in the office of the Accountant General they recruit someone who claims or who has BSc accountancy or accounting without training, based on his without in-house training, based on his academic training, he probably can handle some work. But firefighting is a special skill that carries huge risk, which is why you told us you have a ZAD allowance and peculiar allowance associated with the armed forces, right? You said so earlier. So you cannot possibly, in the eyes of a reasonable person, purport to hire anyone without giving him sufficient basic training and expose him to go and fight fire. It's not possible. Because it's a job that requires skill, that requires know-how, and the use of equipment, and it carries huge risk, even for a trained person. So, like he said, when you are wrestling with the truth, you know, as they say, and I'm not saying that you have done that on record. There's a saying that once you told one lie, you need series of lies to support the one lie. I think that is what we go through. Now the procurement officer has given up. He was very active at the beginning, throwing these figures. He got hooked, he hung himself. Not by us, we didn't provide the news, but he walked into it and hung himself. So he's not talking. He has been completely disabled and mute. Then the specialist from Akata General Office has become a chief observer, even as he's very well dressed. Who is the other guy from somewhere?
The budget officer.
The budget officer is now, sit down, look. And that is the problem. Once you start wrestling with the truth, there is no argument. But we will be nice by saying to CJ, what you are giving to us in clear conscience, we can't approve it. But we will request you to go back, and when you are doing a receipt, we will have to ensure this time that the level of scrutiny will be higher. You will have to back up, because you created doubt. You will have to back up everything with written evidence, whether it is receipt, whether it's the order, whatever it is. Otherwise, what is here? Your various lieutenants who are responsible for budgeting, accounting, etc., they have not helped you at all. They have not helped you at all. And you are trying to make something out of a bad thing. We have no mandate, to use this word, to throw good money after what you call bad, as a capital B, capital A, and capital D. The Nigerian people already are talking about cost of governance, cost of this. This is how it comes, small. Not the big ones they see. When you put all of this together, it translates to a couple of trillions of naira, part of which is borrowed at cost. And from our president, who is trying to draw a bucket of water out of a dry well, a whole bottle of water thrown away is a huge disservice to his commitment to consolidate and renew the hope of Nigerians. So on this note, I think we adjourn this meeting. We give you the opportunity to rework on your document and submit them in sufficient quantity that we distribute them to members of the committee, both senators and honorable members of the House of Representatives, as well as we, the co-chairman. Yes. Is that a fair way to conclude this episode? Yes. So we thank you for your time. We thank you for your effort. And it is what it is. So we adjourn it. And we will call you when you made the document available. But I need to put you on notice that the period for defense is limited. And if you don't submit these things beforehand, we will enter 0 on all of those items that we question. So you may wish to work within 48 hours.
Sir, the limited is tomorrow because it's 17.
Pardon?
They give us by 17.
All right, I'm just being advised by the co-chair that we have been instructed that this process must wind up by the 17th, that is tomorrow. We have a meeting at, some committee people are meeting tomorrow, minutes of work at 3 p.m. So if you want to work on this thing, you may have to bring them to us not later than 12, and if we get them and it makes sense, we will reconvene those who are available and share the meeting with them, and we will meet on a impromptu basis. I do not want the chairman and I to take this headache because as you can see, several good heads of senators and House of Rep members are better than one or two co-chairmen. Go back about.
Okay, sir.
So that in the end, I don't take responsibility for something that I know why I interrogate this is my honorable. You know, I try to do this because nobody should take the issue of National Assembly for granted. I didn't go to Abuja neither with rubber nor stamp, so I am not used to rubber stamping. And if you have not been having access to managing big money, you are naturally going to have eye for little details. I had the same problem when I was governor in Edo State. They will bring a big bill of quantities, I mean a certificate of bill of engineering measurement of job done. I will flip through, I will look at the previous one, I will see the one that was nil, and now they put figures and I will ask. And most times, I even use tape to measure. And I find that the walkway that is supposed to be 2 meters is 2.8 meters. Now that 0.2 times 100 kilometers is a lot of money. So if you don't have, you have to manage. You know, in the village, when you buy buga fish, because you can't afford the whole fish, you grind it. You see our mother do like this on the soup, so that you can have a bit of flavor. For those who have money, they will just throw away the head of the fish. So, can somebody move for adjournment? You move? Yes?
You move.
Okay, yes. Now, I'm indulging you, but say whatever you want to say so we can join.
Distinguished senators and honorable members, I sincerely appreciate all your efforts, and I promise that all the questions, all the corrections is going to be made as quickly as possible. Having said that, sir, the last question which distinguished senator made concerning the feeding, I want to say that this money that is 150 million is a ceiling, is the money that was appropriated or that was given. And because we have large number, there's no way we can say we are going to increase this amount. But we know that by coming to the National Assembly is part of the request that I had wanted to make to the National Assembly, because training of firemen is a professional training which each and everybody must attain, as you have rightly mentioned. But I'm limited to the number of funds that was given to me. And I know that coming to National Assembly, that is where I can be able to get solution to the problem. But as you have said, sir, I will do the necessary thing. But one thing I want to request from you, sir, please, these are kind of challenges that we have, or my service has, because quite a number of things that we do in fire service is professional and it's also costly. But many of the money or the fund allocated to us is so limited that we find it very difficult for us to be able to do all the necessary things that we are supposed to do based on the ceiling. I thank you so much.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your statement. Say you are asking for this, but you told us how you can use it. So we just go, we were guided by you, and we just try to flesh up so that we can make sense out of what you are telling us. I didn't hear you say we are hoping we will make supplementary, whatever. But whatever it is, the conclusion remains what it is. And I can only assure you of our goodwill and our best wishes, but our job is such that we are obliged, once we have raised issues, we have to have satisfactory explanation. Now, let me say this to you. Oftentimes, people say, cut your coat according to your cloth.
For your size.
Others say, cut your coat according to your size. Which one is more appropriate? Pardon? According to your cloth. Now, that is wrong. If I cut my coat, if I have 1 meter to make a shirt, 1 meter of fabric, and he has the same 1 meter, just look at him and look at me. We are both allocated 1 meters of cloth. He should decline because he will not be able to make a shirt out of it. So what will happen, he will make a shirt if he insists that cannot enter his body. He can't wear it. So what is the purpose of procuring the shirt? So any cloth, if you must make a shirt, you must have enough fabric. You,
Honorable.
I think you are a member of the public, you've taken advantage of open hearing to talk. Amara, you look like me, you. You are a journalist. All right, I noticed that the size of your, or what you are wearing, give it to the other cameraman to wear it. He will be naked, he won't be able to wear it. So sew your cloth according to your size. If the cloth is not enough to meet your size, don't procure, because it will amount to waste. It fall back to what he said, you'll be throwing money at bad because you can't wear it. Does my explanation make sense to you?
Yes, sir.
So if I were to put the question again, what would be your answer? Will you rather make cloth according to your size, or you make it according to the fabric available? According to your size. Because if I revise the logic, if I have 10 meters and I try to use it for Babadiga, I need to have 10 meters. If I wear it, I will look like a masquerade. Because I won't be able to walk, it will cover everywhere, and there will still be surplus. So it's important that you take into account your size in procuring the number of meters you need to make accessible basic clothing need. On that note, we adjourn. CJ, thank you very much for your time. And I'm really sorry that you take it through this, but we are obliged to do so. And when we are not here, I think you have a word with your own live men that they should not take the National Assembly for granted. They should do their job. They should do their job. If I want to escalate it, I will say they misled a big man to present something that is not right. So go and do your homework, but remember what the co-chairman reminded me. We are bedirected by the leadership of the National Assembly that this process of defense must be concluded tomorrow. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So when you say as soon as possible, if it is not possible by tomorrow, it will be exercised in futility, because we will not be able to take it. It will have expired. And even after, we will not let make laws. And we are not at liberty to revise or to ask for extension of time, because we want to conclude the budget and submit it by the end of the month. And more work has to be done on it by the appropriation committee.
On that note,
On that note, I ask for adjournment. You have moved already. Honorable Dennis Abu, yeah.
Second.
And thank you for your help.
I want to say something before seconding.
No,
Because of the Senate.
Only second.
just second.
this form is
Any other thing you want to say after you second, you can say it on the sidelines. Go on.
Thank you, Mr.